What's up, guys? This is James Carr here in Chicago. I'm going to show you guys how to do a paint correction on a black car. I know a lot of people have problems doing black cars without having swirl marks. I'm going to show you the easier steps to do this professionally. So if you look here, we're going to use the 3M. Now 3M's got a perfect product. It's called Perfected. There's a stage 1, a stage 2, a stage 3, along with the different color pads. Stage 1 is white, stage 2 is black, and stage 3 is baby blue. Okay, first thing is we're gonna clay bar the car. So we're gonna get rid of any kind of contaminants that may be left over from tree sap or any kind of road grime. You want to make sure the car is clean before you actually start buffing the car. So you get your normal clay and get you some soap and water. Get you some dish soap. Make sure you get it nice and lubed up. Okay, palm it down. Start working. You want to make sure you get as much as you can when it comes to claying the car, because you want to try to get as much contaminants off of the paint as possible. Make sure you keep it lubed up. And once you feel that you've reached the point you want to get to, get a nice clean microfiber. Make sure no tags on it. Then wipe it down. Any soap and water will do. I prefer Dawn. Give it a real nice clay. This way there'll be no kind of roughness when you feel it. You'll be guaranteeing the customer or yourself, if you're doing this at home, the perfect feeling. Just like that. You want to stay straight lines. You know what I mean? This way you're not missing anything as your work goes. That's it. Step 1 is complete. Give it a nice dry. Make sure everything's really nice and crispy, ready for you to move on to the next step. Okay, first things first. It's all about the product. A reason why a lot of people get swirl finishes, they look horrible in the sun, is they're not using the correct product. 3M, stage 1. Now this is a cutting compound. So this is going to make sure that we're going to dig into the paint and we're going to get all the imperfections out. So we want to lay down a nice line about 6 to 14 inches long on each piece of the panel. This way, as we're buffing, we're staying lubricated. Okay? We got the number 1 3M Perfected pad. Compound, rubbing compound. Okay? Get it in there pretty nice. Get it ready to go. And we're on to buffing. Okay, so pretty much any standard rotary buffer will work. Make sure you're lined up on the pad as perfect as can be. Rotary buffer right here, we pretty much want to make sure that the pad is on straight. We're going to give it a little test run to make sure we're running where we're supposed to be. Look at it. It's moving right. And off to work we go. Whole thing is you want to make sure you don't burn the paint. So I do not recommend you try this at home. I do want to show you guys how it is done. This is professional use only. Do not try this at home. I don't want somebody to call me or send me an email saying, hey man, you told me how to do the paint and I destroyed it. This is for professional use only. So all I'm doing is giving you an idea how it's done. So as you can see, I'm stroking the paint right to left. I'm making sure everything's getting cut. Okay, so what I'm doing by actually cutting the paint is I'm freshening the paint. So there's so many millimeters of clear coat on your paint. You could easily skin a nice thin layer off and introduce a brand new finish to your car. So stage one is cutting. Remember, don't try this at home. See, I've been working in this business for 15 years. By no means am I an amateur. Everybody makes swirl marks. Doesn't matter who you are. The professional takes them out. So as you can see, we just got done cutting. And there is tons of swirls from where the compound did its job. So pretty much what we're doing now is we're taking off all the excess compound. Because with compound, you don't want to leave it on the car. It will dry, it will stain. And once again, when you put the second step on there, it will continue to cut the car. You want to make sure you wipe down everything, get it really nice and clean before you move on to step two. And pretty much just destroyed the paint. I'll show you how to fix that in step two. Coming right up. Okay, last but not least, you do want to go over your work. Okay, you want to make sure your product is the best product. So you want to make sure that you get everything you possibly can cut and ready for the next step. So what I'm going to do now is just pretty much just go over my work, make sure I got everything cut really nice. This way when we're done, it's going to be a mirror finish. Thank you for tuning in. This is James Carr. I just showed you how to do a 3-stage paint correction. Q50, black, flawless. Tune in if you want to see more. Thanks, guys.